Let me tell you something that made me genuinely angry. If you see Airtable's pricing page, team plan, 20 per seat per month. If you have just 5 people on your team who need to edit data, that's 100 a month. Talon $200 a year. Business plan, $45 per seat. 5 people, 2,700 a year. Every year, forever. Now this is Teable on AppSumo, $59 once. Lifetime access, built on real PostgreSQL, with an AI agent that builds your databases, CRMs, and project systems from plain language prompts. No SQL, no developer, no subscription. So today I'm doing a deep dive on Teable. I've dug through the GitHub repo, read every community review I could find, pulled the AppSumo listing apart feature by feature, compared it to Airtable and Notion head to head. And I'm going to tell you exactly who this is for, what the real limitations are, and whether this $59 lifetime deal is genuinely one of the best on AppSumo right now, or a trap. Let's get into it. Quick transparency moment. I'm not a paid affiliate for Teable, and I didn't buy the product to review it. Here's how I built this breakdown. I spent time with Teable's free cloud plan at Teable. AI ran through the 1 million row demo they host publicly, went through the GitHub repo, twice, which is entirely open source, by the way, analyzed Teable 2.0's official release notes, read independent technical reviews, and pulled apart how it compares to Airtable and Notion using real pricing data from their own websites. That's the basis of everything I'm about to tell you. If I think something is weak, I'll say it. If I think this deal is exceptional, I'll explain exactly why. Let's go. Here's the data problem that almost every growing team hits. At some point, Google Sheets and Excel stop being enough. Your data overflows columns, your formulas break, you can't link records between sheets cleanly, and the moment a second person tries to edit the same file at the same time, chaos. So you move to Airtable, and it's great at first, then you start adding team members. And Airtable charges you 20 per seat per month for the team plan. 5 people, $2,200 a year. 10 people, $2,400 a year. 20 people, you're at nearly $5,000 a year just for a database tool. And the moment you need advanced features like two-way sync, SSO, or an admin panel, they push you to the business plan at $45 per seat. 20 people on business, $10,800 a year, every year. Or maybe you're on Notion. Notion is beautiful for documents, but Notion databases get slow and clunky when your data grows. One reviewer I found compared it perfectly. Airtable is for data, Notion is for documents. If you're trying to build a real CRM, a project tracker, a marketing system, Notion starts to crack. And building a custom database solution? That means hiring a developer, which means $5,000 to $30,000 minimum just to get started, plus ongoing maintenance costs. This is the gap Teable is filling, and on AppSumo, they're filling it for $59 once. All right, let's break down exactly what Teable gives you. Feature 1, AI Agent. Describe it, build it. The headline feature of Teable 2.0 is the AI Database Agent. You describe what you need in plain English, but something like, build me a CRM for my sales team with pipeline stages, contact records, and automated follow-up reminders. And Teable's AI builds it. Tables, fields, relationships, views, all generated from your prompt, no SQL, no schema design, no developer. What that means for you, a founder, ops manager, or marketer with zero coding background can build a real relational database system in minutes. The kind of system that used to require either months of learning or thousands of dollars in development costs. Feature 2, real PostgreSQL under the hood. This is where Teable technically separates itself from Airtable. Airtable uses a proprietary database backend. Teable is built on real PostgreSQL. Why does that matter? Because you can handle up to 1 million rows. They have a live demo you can test right now at Teable.io. And if you're a developer or analyst, you can connect directly via SQL, hook it into BI tools like Metabase or Grafana, and query your own data however you want. Airtable caps their team plan at 50,000 records per base. Teable, 1 million rows, no artificial cap. For data-heavy teams, this alone could justify the switch. Feature 3, AI Fields. Run AI across your entire database. AI Fields are one of Teable's most powerful capabilities. Once your data is in Teable, you can run AI operations across every single record in your database. Summarize customer feedback at scale. Translate product descriptions into 5 languages simultaneously. Extract key fields from uploaded invoices or contracts automatically. Tag records by category. Rewrite copy. Generate product images and video scripts for marketing, all using AI models including OpenAI and Claude, running directly on your data inside the platform. Real-world example from Teable's own release notes. You drop a folder of invoices into the system, the AI extracts the key fields automatically, and you can send it straight to your accountant. That's hours of manual data entry eliminated with one click. Feature 4. Multiple views. Grid, Kanban, Gallery, Calendar, Dashboard. Like Airtable, Teable lets you view your data in multiple formats depending on your use case. Grid view for spreadsheet-style data management. Kanban for project pipelines and CRM stages. Gallery for visual content libraries. Calendar for scheduling and deadline tracking. Interactive dashboards for real-time data visualization. And all views update in real time as your data changes. Feature 5. Automations without code. Teable has a built-in automation engine. You can set up triggers. When a record is updated, when a new form submission comes in, when a field reaches a certain value, and chain automated actions. Send a notification, update another record, call a webhook, run an AI field. No Zapier required for basic automation flows. This is the kind of workflow logic that used to require a developer or a separate automation tool. Feature 6. Self-hosting plus open source plus enterprise security. This is huge for teams with data privacy requirements. Teable's Community Edition is fully open source under the AGPL license on GitHub, meaning you can self-host it on your own servers for free. If your data can't live on a third-party cloud, you control where it lives completely. The Enterprise Edition adds an authority matrix for fine-grained permission controls, audit history, and Teable holds ISO 9001 and ISO 27001 certifications for data security. For regulated industries, healthcare, legal, finance, this changes the entire conversation. Let me tell you what independent reviewers and the technical community are saying about Teable, because my opinion matters less than the people who've actually used it. Chatgate, a platform that does deep technical AI tool reviews, described Teable's strengths as database-backed scale, multiple views, AI fields, dashboards, real-time collaboration, SQL access, self-hosting, and open-source availability. That's a feature list that most tools charge premium enterprise pricing for. On the technical side, the GitHub repository for Teable has active contributors and a growing open-source community. The fact that the codebase is fully public means you can inspect exactly what you're getting. For developers and technical teams evaluating software, open source is the highest transparency signal possible. Multiple independent comparison pieces focused specifically on Airtable pricing placed Teable in the same category as serious alternatives, not just for the feature set, but because it removes the per-seat pricing model entirely. One analyst put it cleanly: self-hosted platforms that flatten pricing across user counts are better for long-term team growth. Teable's AppSumo lifetime deal takes that idea to its logical conclusion. And the Teable 2.0 product hunt launch in September 2025 generated 495 upvotes, which in the product hunt ecosystem signals genuine community momentum, not just marketing noise. Here's the part where I tell you what Teable does not do well, because no honest review skips this. First, it's a younger platform than Airtable. Airtable launched in 2012. Teable is significantly newer. That means the ecosystem, integrations, third-party templates, community tutorials, native connectors, is smaller. If you're deeply embedded in an Airtable integration stack with tools like Zapier, Salesforce, or Jira, you'll need to validate that Teable connects to everything you rely on before you commit. Second, some advanced features are still evolving. Community posts from early 2025 raised questions specifically around external database sync depth and automation maturity. The Teable team has been shipping fast. Teable 2.0 launched in September 2025 with significant improvements. But if your workflow depends on a very specific advanced automation or sync scenario, test it in the free plan first before buying the AppSumo deal. Third, the learning curve is real for non-technical users. Teable markets itself as a spreadsheet that works like a database, But if you've never worked with relational databases, linked records, foreign keys, relational views, there is a conceptual learning curve. The AI agent lowers the barrier significantly, but it doesn't eliminate it entirely. Fourth, self-hosting requires technical knowledge. The free open source community edition is powerful, but deploying it yourself requires server management experience. If you want managed hosting with zero maintenance, you'll use the cloud-hosted version, which is what the AppSumo deal covers. Bottom line, if you need a mature, deeply integrated, enterprise-grade data platform with years of ecosystem building behind it, Airtable or Notion are safer choices today. But if you're a team building from scratch, or seriously fed up with per-seat billing, Teable is a compelling alternative that's growing fast. Let me do the math that Airtable hopes you never do. Airtable Team Plan, $20 per seat per month, billed annually. That's $240 per person per year. 3 people, $720 a year. 5 people, $1,200 a year. 10 people, $2,400 a year every year. And that's before you hit the wall on records, automations, or features and get pushed up to the business plan at $45 per seat, $540 per person per year. Notion Team Plan, $10 per user per month, $120 per person per year. Cheaper, but built for documents, not databases. When your data operations grow, Notion starts to bend under the weight. Hiring a developer to build a custom database solution. Minimum 5 hours just to scope and design. $10,000 to $50,000 to build, ongoing maintenance on top of that. The Teable AppSumo lifetime deal, $59. Once, no per-seat charges, no annual renewals, no record limits designed to push you into an upgrade. Lifetime access with all future plan updates included. And if you ever need to leave the cloud and control your own data, the Community Edition is open source and free. Do the math. If Teable replaces Airtable for just one person on your team for just 1 year, the deal has already paid for itself. For a team of 5, you'd save $1,141 in year 1 alone compared to Airtable's team plan. That's not a good deal. That's a no-brainer. So, let's be specific about who Teable is built for. Teable is for founders and ops teams who are outgrowing Google Sheets and don't want Airtable's per-seat pricing trap, marketing teams who need a CRM, campaign tracker, or content database built from an AI prompt in minutes, developers and data teams who want Airtable's UX on top of real PostgreSQL with SQL access, teams with data privacy requirements who need self-hosted infrastructure and ISO-certified security, startups building their first real internal tool stack without a developer. Anyone who hates paying per-seat SaaS pricing for tools your whole team needs to access, Teable is not for. Teams deeply embedded in Airtable's ecosystem who need a wide range of third-party integrations today. Non-technical users who need a fully guided, hand-holding setup experience. Organizations that require a decade of ecosystem maturity and thousands of community templates immediately. Power users who depend on a very specific advanced automation that has not yet been validated in Teable. If you're in that first group, the AppSumo link is in the description below. AppSumo lifetime deals are time-limited. The price increases in days, not weeks. Once it's gone, you're back to paying Airtable month after month, seat after seat, year after year. And if this was useful, subscribe. I cover AppSumo tools every week, and I'll tell you which ones are actually worth buying. See you in the next one.